And I will just ask you too, if you do see the tigers doing behaviours that you like or thought were a bit spectacular throughout the presentation, make sure you let them know, give them a bit of a clap or a cheer. With this sit-up behaviour here, you used to get a bit of a height advantage. These guys like to normally stay hidden under the cover of camouflage when they're hunting their prey. So when they are hidden, they sometimes will just pop their head up, have a look around, spot that prey item, and then continue on stalking it without that prey item ever knowing they're there. They also use it to get to scent markings. Tigers are very scent-orientated animals. When they're moving through another cat's territory, they will investigate their scent marks just to find out who's been around, and they can do that by getting into this sit-up position because a lot of the spray marks are usually up on tree trunks, rocks, logs, and overhanging branches. But this setup here, as I said, a bit of a height advantage. For a true height advantage, all they have to do is step up on their back legs, and that's what we're showing you now as we get them both into what we call a rise. Now Pi, he's doing the rise where I guess tigers would normally do it out in the wild, but also here at Dreamworld, up against the side of a tree. And it does allow them to get to those out of the way scent marks, but it also allows them to rake their very sharp and powerful claws down across the tree, so it not only leaves a bit of a visual indicator, but also leaves their scent mark up there as well. Kai, a fair bit of weight on Simon's shoulder. You probably think he's one of the strongest guys you've ever seen. But the tigers are actually doing most of the work, even when they're in that vertical position. They can actually hold their entire body weight on their back legs with no assistance. Two tigers, they're going to do a lot of damage to each other very, very quickly. Not only with those claws, but with a very large and impressive canine teeth. Now I've got here a plastic replica of a tiger's canine tooth, measures about 12 centimetres from root to tip. This here is the killing tool of the tiger, and when Simon and Dan are ready, I'll move the cats down the front to give you a look at the real deal. What you're going to see, only half the tooth is exposed, the top half is embedded deep into the tiger's jaw just to give it a nice firm grip, because the entire tiger is designed around the destructive use of these teeth. And you can see here Simon's able to move Kai's upper lips out of the way to give you a look at these pearly whites, whereas Kai, I guess a fair while ago now, he kind of indicated to us he didn't like our hands being that close to his mouth with a few snarls and roars, and you can see by the side of the teeth, we're happy to oblige. Behind these big canine teeth are the carnassial teeth at the back of the tiger's jaw. You may have seen them briefly there on Kai. They've got a big set of shears. They actually slice off large chunks of meat, which they then swallow down whole. So the tiger can't chew up their food because they're jaw on the platforms, doing a nice horizontal jump across the platforms there, 3 metre gap. Yeah, give it a little bit of a round of applause. So he's pretty energetic and pretty involved in his behaviour because he's getting a raw meat now as a reward. And just because he's a younger tiger, he likes to get involved and show off his skills. So he's bounding back and forth a couple of times. Simon will run him across the diamond and hopefully get a vertical leap off the ground. Hopefully. That's alright, he's still working on that behaviour. Looks like Dan's going to get Pi up on the platforms here. As I said before, Pi's a bit of an old hand, so he takes his time with these. Makes it look pretty easy. As I mentioned, 3 metre gap in between the platforms. We have seen our tigers jump distances of nearly 6 metres out here on the island. So if you were wondering the distance across the boat, 6 metres and 1 centimetre, so perfectly safe. We'll bounce him back and forward a couple more times. And then I think Dan might try the same. He might try and run Pi down the front for a bit of a vertical leap. But again, Pi, he's worked out gravity. He knows if we try it in the ground. I'll throw it in the air, pop back out. Straight into his mouth. We're going to slide down now and show you some more specific training we do here in the form of A to B work or mark training. See the handlers now just grab the mark boards. Kai, he's got the bigger learner boards over here on the left hand side and watches the handlers just throw them on the ground and the cats will walk up and hopefully place their 2 front feet on them. Now it's really simple training, one that they all normally like to be involved in because all they have to do is virtually stand still on the board and they get heaps of food for it. Now it comes in handy for us when we do any health checks on the tigers and especially when we have our vets along. Our vets don't have the same relationship with the cats that we do. So in that mark position, they're just standing still, focused on us, and our vet can move in, take a temperature, take a blood sample, or even give a vaccination. Also comes in handy when the tigers get involved in the media. They've been stars of film, television, documentaries, commercials over the years, and typically they're off leash, they're in a new environment, lots of lighting and camera equipment around, as well as the cast and crew. So as you imagine, really important that our tigers focus on us. Now like all movie stars, they get a pretty good paycheck for that work. It's one of the reasons why we involve our tigers in the media is to raise money for the Dreamworld Wildlife Foundation. loading up a nice big bit of chicken onto the bamboo pole. That's the reward for doing the climb. If Kai does climb up, he will get that nice big bit of chicken, and up he goes. Run lucky around today, almost to the top.
You can do it!
Now here's one of our better climbers, not because he can almost climb to the top of the rope, because of this. He's climbing back down before letting go. Something about catching the drop from the top, that's not too good long term. But how about we give another round of applause? Excellent work from Kai. And he's just reminding you all, if you ever get chased by a tiger, don't climb a tree.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. No climbing trees. Check. Alrighty everyone, well, I think that does bring us to the finale of the presentation, and if you don't already have your cameras out, you're going to want to get them out right now. Now, I won't spoil the surprise, but we're going to cue this behaviour. Let's have a little practice. I'm going to...
That nice big drumstick, so sometimes he does break from the down position early. So Simon's going to be onto me, we'll make sure he does wait for the cue to come up. And we make sure he's 3! Give a huge round of applause. Great way to finish it up.
Awesome, and keep that round of applause going for the